Hello guys, my name is Anna and I'm a Ukrainian, and I have decided I will vlog daily from my country Ukraine since the start of this awful war with Russia. And in my daily videos I try to update you on the important real-life situations in my country Ukraine, and of course I'm always glad to answer your questions and to clarify some facts from our history, culture, background. And today is the day I want to tell you more about the holiday that we celebrate here in Ukraine. Actually, I cannot say that this is a holiday everyone remembers about, but it was launched, it was invented, if it's possible to say so, back in 2021 by one of the orders of President Zelensky to celebrate the Ukrainian statehood. Well, it did not become a popular holiday yet, but the very event that it commemorates is extremely important, and everyone in Ukraine knows what that is. Actually, today we also celebrate, on the 28th of July, we celebrate the Orthodox Day of Saint Volodymyr. And this is an extremely important saint, as he was responsible for the baptizing of Kyiv Rus, and he is the Prince of Kyiv Rus. We came to Christianity in 1988, and that was pretty early for many of these territories here. And I would like to stress once again that Kyiv was baptized back in 988 when Moscow appeared 2 centuries later. So if we have any questions about who is the eldest brother, but I don't want to call Russians brothers, but anyway, even if we consider this option, it goes without saying that Ukrainians are. And all the heritage of Kyiv Rus is definitely comes from Kyiv and territories around, and even the one of the provinces, I don't know, Knyazivstvo we call it in Ukrainian, of Novgorod, was also definitely very much dependent on old Ukrainian traditions. So, to tell you a few words about Prince Volodymyr, he was a very bright, dynamic and active man. And definitely he is worth a lot of books, series, I don't know, documentaries, because his life was pretty interesting and he did a lot of things. And of course, I don't know why, but when you analyze the lives of many saints, they didn't live these lives as the way we imagine saints. They did lots of things. They were very active, and for example, at the beginning of his life, before accepting Christianity, Volodymyr had really huge harems, if you can say it. They were not called that way, but he had lots of wives, like hundreds, close to 1,000, and many of his relationship with various princesses, duchesses, I don't know how to call them back in that time. Lots of his relations back in that time, they were not perfect at all, and many of them started with some kind of violence. But now he is depicted definitely as a saint, and of course his role in the choice of the direction, political, economical development, cultural, educational, is extremely important. From what our history says, he was, like, at the beginning, he was pagan, and paganism, old Slavic religion, was very popular back at that times, and even human sacrifices happened from time to time, especially before important battles or other things. But many theological, like with one god religions, started to appear there, and he realized that it is time to switch. So to some extent, from what I see, his switch to Christianity was more political, and he analyzed a couple of religions that were popular back at that time, and he chose Christianity with the center in Constantinople, that is Istanbul now, and it was pretty close to Ukraine, and the connections, starting from trading and finishing with cultural, family connections, were really strong. So I can say that this start of Christianity in Ukraine was very much influenced by Byzantine, Constantinople traditions, and you can see it now in Ukrainian Orthodox churches, in various paintings, icons. This all is a Byzantium style. Of course, later there were also lots of Russian interpretations, but it all began in Kyiv Rus, and Christianity spread from Kyiv to other parts and towns and cities of the Kyiv Rus, and later a swamp that turned out to be Moscow. And today we commemorate this day, the day of baptism of Kyiv Rus. It is an important date, and the services are held in the churches. Volodymyr is a very popular name in Ukraine. You know, that's the name of our president, Volodymyr Zelensky. It is pronounced different than Vladimir in Russian, and we even have this I have come across this kind of phrase that let Volodymyr win over Vladimir. But you can, for example, my grandfather was Volodymyr, and this is a popular name, so lots of people are called that way. If you're interested, maybe it's interesting, Volodya or Vova will be just like a softer name for that, I don't know. And of course, Russian orcs congratulated us with the day of statehood, congratulated us with the day of baptism and of Kyiv Rus, and they have targeted lots of missiles during this night. We had 3 alarms, air raid alarms, and early in 4 a.m., then 5 a.m. or something like that, and they have targeted Kropyvnytsky, they have targeted Kyiv region. In Kropyvnytsky, 5 people died and 25 are injured and in hospital. So orcs are acting as orcs, totally demonstrating that disrespect both to history, both to humanity, and all of that is really ugly and dangerous. Let me know if celebrating name days are popular, because today in Ukraine we all congratulate Volodymyrs with their day. I don't think it's very common in other countries, but let me know if there are traditions like that. And thank you very much for your support. Thank you very much for buying me coffee and becoming my patrons. And of course, your subscriptions, they mean a lot to me, as they help grow the channel and inform more and more people about the situation in Ukraine. And if I have one most important message to all of you, that is, please do not get used to war in Ukraine, as the situation is not normal and Russia has to be stopped. As long as Russia and Putin regime stay the way they are, the whole world is in danger. And you know that even British intelligence services warn us that nuclear war is possible as long as Putin is the president. So the main reason, the main danger for this war is not soldiers of NATO in Ukraine, is not, I don't know, other political decisions, but definitely the crazy mind of Putin. Thank you very much for watching, and please subscribe if you like. Slava Ukraini!